So we're dealing with cyber warfare. And I'm not talking about state to state necessarily, I'm just talking about a time of just warfare. We're at a battle. We're in a battle with corporate espionage, with cyber crime, with terrorists, cyber terrorists and hacktivists and people that want to take our business down. And so we need to, from a security perspective, everybody knows this, the CIA, the cybersecurity triad, the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of our critical assets, of our assets. And assets are not just our systems. There are data, there are applications, or any business processes, things that keep our business up and running. We need to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of those systems. And how do we do that? Well, we need to understand what our risk is. And so my definition, this is my definition. It's not the perfect definition, but I've been in the business long enough that I've kind of carved my own definition. I'm going to read it over a couple times because I want you to really think about it for a second. So cybersecurity is people following processes and leveraging technology to implement or to achieve control objectives that reduce risk to levels that are commensurate with the business risk appetite and align with business priorities. Now that's a long sentence, probably a run-on sentence. I'm not an English major, but the fact is that it's a strategy. It's that people policy or that people processes and technology thing that we've all heard of over and over again, and it's strategic. We're implementing security objectives. If you just buy a Blinky, the latest and greatest Blinky light device, rack and stack, and you're told by the salesperson that that's the cure-all, end-all to your cybersecurity problems, I have some snake oil that I'd like to sell you, because that's not the case. Security, after all said and done, is people following processes and leveraging technology. Don't get me wrong, technology is incredibly important. It automates, and there's so much information floating around out there that we have to have visibility and we have to have that automation. But we need to have a strategy, and the strategy is to reduce risk. We need to reduce risk. You're never going to have zero risk. Would everybody agree with me on that? There's always going to be, as soon as you plug your computer into the network or connect to the internet, there's risk. The only way that you're not going to have any risk is if you unplug that machine, turn it down, put it in a safe, plant that safe in the ground, bury it, put concrete on top of it, and build a building on top of that. Then there's no risk, but then there's no business. There's always that sort of give and take and that balance between security and business functionality and efficiency. And you got to achieve that, and that's where your business, your risk appetite comes in. A bank has a lower risk appetite than, say, a construction company. So you got to figure out what that is, but you have to measure your risk.